just one. And Shane. Okay. Oh, we're still doing the live stream? Okay. Okay. Good. Yeah, I think I'm good. Thank you. And they sold the little packets of the football. I thought about that, I guess. Oh, yes, so we got to stay in here. Good morning, everybody. If y'all could make your way down here, 5 minutes works for me. Oh, till it's noon. Okay. Okay. Well, again, good morning. My name is Ira Wiesel. My director team, if they'll come inside our orange tape here. We just wanted to do a brief budget presentation for you for next year's budget. This is the work that's put in by the elders and the staff and the directors based on this current year, 2021. As we presented several weeks ago, we currently have a deficit in the budget. We are very hopeful that December's giving will resolve the budget, and we expect to hopefully have a surplus for the year. We'll see. We'll report that to you in January. But for the 2022 budget, there's really two components to it. There's revenues and expenses. The revenue is based on current year giving and what we prayerfully hope will be next year's revenue as well. The expenses is a combination of fixed expenses that we have, building costs, staff salaries, those kinds of things, and the individual ministry budgets. Based on those factors, the proposed 2022 budget is $954,442. There are also, at the back, there's a green piece of paper that has the current year budget and next year's budget, which is this slide that you see now. So you can pick that up on your way out. What you can see is that the 2022 budget represents about a $20,000 increase over the current year budget. Based on the revenue, we're also happy to report that we were able to provide a raise for the staff members. All the pastors and staff got a modest raise this year. And the individual ministry budgets are also increased. So we're very encouraged about 2022. One of the other pieces of information we wanted to pass along was the current balance on the mortgage, which is, as we stand here today, $778,069. And that represents about a $109,000 decrease from what it was last year. So that's a combination of the refinanced mortgage with higher principal payments and an additional principal payment that was made back in April of about $40,000. So current year mortgage balance about $110,000 less than what it was last year. That's really all we have to present this morning. If you have any questions, we'd be happy to answer them about anything that's gone on this year or proposed for next year. David?
What is the current deficit?
The current deficit through November is $46,000. We are hopeful that December's giving will be enough to wipe out that deficit. Oftentimes there are folks who give at the end of the year. We have a lot of folks, there are self-employed folks and business people who wait to see how their year looks, and then their giving and tithing is based on that. So usually December is a pretty significant revenue above expenses. This year's deficit is substantially lower than last year's. Obviously, this year and last year, kind of unusual COVID implications, but even in prior years, the $46,000 deficit is lower than we usually have. That's one of the reasons we're encouraged about possibly having a surplus at year end. Any other questions? Okay, if not, then
I had a question about the weekday preschool being zero, but I see down at the bottom that you're saying the revenues will offset the expenses.
correct. Ellen, that's a great question. So in the current year budget, we projected a deficit for the preschool. Based on 2020, the fact that there are significantly less students in attendance. And so this year, the preschool is running at about a $20,000 deficit. We are encouraged that next year, it will not have a deficit. There's a lot of planning that's going into it, and the staff and Kathy have met, and we believe that next year preschool will operate at a break even, which effectively represents about a $20,000 increase to our budget, because the regular operating budget will not have to provide additional preschool cost. And that's one of the reasons that we were also able to raise some of the other ministry budgets. Great question. Any others? Okay, well, on behalf of the directors, we thank you for your faithful support and contributions, and we look forward to, in January, letting you know how the year ended up. Thanks so much. Oh, wait a minute, one more question. I can't see under these lights.
Sorry.
Yeah, Jeff.
So, we know the voting starts today, right?
Correct. That's my understanding, is that voting will go, I believe it's through the end of the year. Is there anybody that can confirm that for me? It's at least 2 weeks. Right. And I believe there'll be a link on the website. You can vote online or you can vote in person. There's a box. You can cast a ballot and put it in there as well. Great. Any others? Okay. Thank you very much.